Hi and welcome to the Let's Talk For Real podcast, hosted by myself, Christopher Mattox, and my girlfriend, Hannah Robson.
Hello.
And this is a podcast where we talk about real issues, real opinion, and real talk. Like we just talk real here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we always start. Now we're going to start off with a funny joke from now on, from this episode onwards. End it with a fun fact. We always do the what's the score, which we done last time. The results will be revealed, and we talked about certain topics that we feel may not be too much discussed about. What our generation need to voice a bit more. Like, that's our aim here. We aim to be the voice of our generation, guys. And before we get on to it, how are you? How you feel the last podcast went?
I think it went quite good, I guess. I mean, brilliant, I think.
Well, not brilliant.
Not brilliant, but it went quite decent.
We don't even have triple digit views yet, but
No.
I don't even think we have double. Actually, no, we do. I think last time I checked, we got 14.
14. Yeah, 14 subscribers.
Yeah. No, not even subscribers. I'm on about
14
views.
views. Oh!
Subscribers, we have less than
14
10.
Well,
But we'll get there.
we'll get there, definitely.
Now I'm going to start off with the funny joke. Would you call someone that has no body and no nose?
So, no body at all,
Yeah.
and no nose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want to take a guess?
I take a guess, no body, no nose. So it means I've got no eyes, no mouth, no ears.
No. Oh yeah, I guess so. So what do you call them?
I don't know. Mr. No Face.
Before I say, you could comment in the. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you could comment down below. I think no, you can't comment on Spotify, but you can comment if you guys are watching this on what's it called again, Podbean. I'll leave a link to it down below. That's pretty much our main podcasting, and then everything from there spreads out more or less. Nobody knows.
Because he's got nobody knows. I thought I was saying Mr. No Face, but
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. For God's sake.
I saw it on some guy's YouTube. I was like, that's hilarious. I have to put that in here.
Oh my God.
You could do the next one next week.
Oh God.
Right, now, topic 1. What makes a person bad?
What makes a person bad?
How does one become bad? Or
So, for example, it's between a good person and a bad person.
no, I'm not asking. No, they don't plan. I'm asking like.
You're making this freaking hard for
I'm
me.
not. I'm
Because I'm a
saying.
good person.
I'm asking you. What do you think makes a person bad before they become bad, or are they just born evil? Like
I think they're born evil. Yeah.
Hitler, for instance. What made him bad?
What made it? Well, he plot. No. He was just well known, I guess. Well, not well known, but like you said, they're probably born evil. Well, not. I don't know what he was like as a kid, do I?
Neither do I, but that's not the point. I'm asking, what do you think made him bad?
Bad.
What do you think made him when he killed Nazis? Oh wait, no, sorry, he was Nazis.
He was Nazis, killed Jewish people.
Yeah, what do you think made him when he killed the Jews?
Maybe his family interfered. I don't know, something to do with his family.
Okay,
Or,
you're getting warm.
Yeah, his family. Cause,
Right, and what do you think happened to his family?
I think, like, I don't know a lot of history.
Yeah, neither do I.
Not a lot of history of his family, but I think whatever happened to his family kind of related to the Jews, and he hated it. And what?
Because you're getting warm now. Now, as a general basis, forget Hitler. What makes a person bad? Now that you've said what you said about Hitler, what do you think makes a person bad?
Depends what. It's kind of related to how they are as a person.
You can say that, but for me, what I think makes a person bad, is you're not born evil, right?
No, of course you're not born evil.
No,
I don't believe that. No.
I don't believe you are. Like, people to say what they want to say about Hitler. Oh, he was born evil, or Trump was born a tramp, or whatever they want to say about any bad person in any history, like, what's that? Osama bin Laden?
Osama bin Laden, yeah.
He's that
Osama.
guy that went around bombing people, basically, right? Osama bin Laden was basically.
I don't know. No, he's the one who basically destroyed, not destroyed, but he interfered in some country. And
Yeah. Okay. Now, what do you think made him? Do you think he was born evil?
In my opinion, I don't think he was born evil until something influenced him.
And I don't know my history, but for him especially, what I think probably influenced him to be evil was the war.
Yeah, the
Like,
war was. Yeah.
There's a show that I watch, and say you've got Germany here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the people listening to this on a podcast, you're screwed, basically.
Unless you look at a map.
No, I mean like about what I'm about to do, they can't see.
Yeah.
But if you're watching us on YouTube, lucky you. Like if you're, say this is Germany, right?
Yeah.
Actually no, because I don't know my maps too well.
I know my maps.
I don't.
I'll help you.
No,
Where do you want
no,
Germany to be?
no. Let's say this is London. This is London.
Yeah.
And this is Scotland. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
In between them, you've got Wales, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say for whatever reason, London and Scotland are at war with each other. Now I'm on about like
Civil wars.
like guns, knives,
Yeah.
everything, bombs, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are they gonna have the battleground for the war?
It's in the middle.
Which is
Wales.
now in a general consensus, with most wars, they're gonna meet in the middle, and the middle country that isn't really involved in the war yet, they're gonna be the ones that end up with the most casualties.
Basically, piggy in the middle.
And the piggies
And the
get killed
piggies get
on
killed.
sight.
Yeah, and it's not their fault.
Exactly, and now say Osama bin Laden was in Wales,
Yeah.
and him and his family, well not him, because let's say he lives, and his whole family dies, yeah?
Mhm.
How do you think he feels?
Really crap inside, I guess.
It's more than that. It's more than
Devastated or not.
more than devastated.
Or
Revenge.
revenge, yeah.
He's gonna want me myself. I can't say how I'm gonna feel. Me myself, I'm normal right now, but if that situation was to happen to me, I can't say how I'm gonna react.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
But this is what I'm saying. With situations like that, maybe not evil, but that's when they start to turn
Turn
bad.
evil, yeah, because there's something deep inside and think that's that rage, but they want more than rage.
And to all the anime fans out there, I'm going to give you a perfect example. You know Naruto?
Yeah, no, I'll tell you.
Yeah, now when Naruto and Sasuke were both just kids, yeah?
Mhm.
Sasuke was normal, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But then, when his brother,
Died.
no,
No,
before
killed,
he
sorry,
died,
yeah.
before when his brother killed his whole family,
Mhm.
his whole clan, because of a secret mission that Sasuke didn't know about at the time, Sasuke turned out to hate him. He wanted to kill his brother.
Mm.
And then he left the village, and in suit of revenge, he didn't
Damn right.
care about
Yeah.
none of his friends that
Mhm.
wanted to save him. He's like, nah, I'm killing my brother. He just killed my whole family. And then later on in the series, it turned a lot more darker than that, saying, I want to blow up the whole village, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then you had the argument of Naruto saying, no, but he's my best friend, I can still save him. There's still good in him.
Mhm.
Now, in situations like that, would you say there was still good in Hitler?
What, similar or not? I don't know.
No, I'm not on about similarities. I'm saying, like, do you think there was any good in Hitler at all? No?
No.
Why did he kill himself then?
What killed Hitler? Well, there was actually, I didn't know he killed himself until I went to actual museum. I didn't tell you. And there was a picture of all his family members on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Or when they died, they don't know. It just says unknown. Until it got to Hitler, there was no picture of Hitler, but it said he obviously committed suicide, but they still don't know. Obviously, he was hiding something that no one else wanted to know. Maybe.
Me personally, I don't know, but I'm going to
Okay.
give you my opinions. That's what we do here.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion is, I think it was guilt. maybe he had guilt
He had too
about
much guilt.
all the stuff that he done, about all the Jews that he killed,
For nothing.
he could have been having bad dreams about them hunting him.
Yeah.
You don't know what it could have been. Now, I'm not going to turn around and say he was a saint and he was a great guy. I know the guy personally. He was a swell chap, but all I'm saying is you can't just look at a person and then say, that guy's a dick.
No, I mean, I bet, because obviously, when it comes to, obviously I don't know him personally where the war was based or started, but people who obviously lived in London had to move outside London because there was so much bombs and going on, and they had to go in the countryside. That's my history. I know that actually happened. But if my granddad was here today, he would tell you like after story or what happened. He didn't live in London, but his aunt, his nan did, and he stayed down there for a bit, and then obviously he didn't understand why he had to go out to in Norfolk, the countryside, where my great grand lived in Bungay, but that's where they call it the Home Office was based, and he didn't know he had a dad, or his dad was sent away, and he came back and he's like, who's dad? You know, there was just some stranger in the corner, you don't know who the fuck it is. I found that quite upsetting. You know, you never knew you had a dad, but you did, and that's what I found quite upsetting. So yeah, I mean, there's today now. Me personally, dads have no excuse to not see their, daughters or sons right now, because right now there's no war going on in the UK. Well, only political. Well,
there is war.
There's wars going on in different countries, but in the UK.
Well, not so far this year,
So,
but last year we had terrorists all over the place.
Of course we had all terrorists, yeah, but that's terrorism, not a war, official war.
Yeah, but that is like a catalyst for the beginning of a war, for sure.
But London is terrorist, knife, terrorist. I mean, any other place probably in the UK could say that had a massive riot, apart from North London.
Right now, nothing comes on top of my head. But there probably is. I'm sure there must be. Not just North London.
No, I think Birmingham might have one. I don't know.
I don't know, but
Maybe.
nothing comes to.
No.
But there's war. Yeah, do you think that's it? That's what makes a person bad.
War.
Only.
Could possibly not just only war. Possibly because.
Like, let's say a slight different scenario, but let's say you've got someone in your class, and perfect example, and this is raising awareness for it as well. Bullies, yeah. What makes it? Now, this is actually the same sort of question. What makes a person a bully / bad? Why are they a bully? Why do they bully?
Probably they're bored. They're bored. They don't know what to do. Not the bored.
No.
Is it
not even close.
Is it beyond bored?
It's way beyond bored.
Is it because they're having a hard time at home or something?
That is like top 3 reasons for sure. It's because they're having a hard time at home. And why are they having a hard time at home?
Because they don't know how to cope with it. And they bring it to school or something. I don't know.
They do, yes, but it's not that they don't know how to cope with it. They don't, but it's the parents, I think. I think it's the parents.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Definitely it's the parents, because they don't know what the hell to do.
They don't know what the hell to do. I believe that they obviously love the child.
Yeah, but...
with all their hearts, but I think, like you said, that the parents don't know what to do when their son gets so destructive. Like, for instance, I don't know, let's say Jacob, first name that comes to mind, I don't know why, he smashes the window by accident, and the mother goes, "Oh, Jacob, what have you done?" And Jacob goes, "I don't know, I was bored, felt like it." And the mother goes, and for instance, in this scenario, let's say there's no dad in the picture, the dad's gone off to, I don't know, he's gone off on a piss, the dad's an alcoholic, for instance, right?
Yeah, and he doesn't return home?
No, he does, but he
does
comes home pissed.
Yeah.
And now the mother's just seen him smash the window. And as I said, he goes, "I don't know." And Mum goes, "Oh, Jacob, that's going to cost me, I don't know how much, let's say 200 quid. I actually don't know. And he goes, oh yeah, but it's only a window. And she goes, oh Jacob, oh, just between the kids. And he goes, like the mum won't do nothing to punish him. In this scenario, let's say the mother don't do nothing to punish him, you'll go, okay, well I could get away with this. Jeez, I could probably get away with a lot more than just smashing a window.
Yeah, because he's probably...
And my dad, my God, when he comes home, he abuses me, he hits me with the whip. Like, changing the subject, let's say the parents are... The toughest parents I know are African, so this is just for an example. Let's say he does have African parents. It could be Irish, it could be... Maybe not English, just me personally, I think a lot of the English parents are pushovers. But let's say you've got... I'm using the most extreme example here. You've got the African parents, who abuse the kid. Who does he then take the abuse out on?
The kid.
No, the kid itself. When he's getting abused, who does he then take the what do you say? How does he then express it afterwards?
Like anger.
Towards.
Is this about him going to school?
Yes.
And he takes that on the other kids, or other kid. It could be a kid,
or many.
Or many, or it could be maybe the teacher. I don't know. If the kids have balls, the kid had balls. He would do it that with the teacher as well, and the teacher will be like really confused, like what's this happening to him for? You know.
And it don't stop there. It's a cycle, yeah. So you've got the parents abusing the kid.
Yeah.
The kid then abusing a very vulnerable kid, for example, like yourself when you was at school, you got bullied, yes?
Yeah.
Right? And how did that make you feel?
Practically horrible inside. It didn't make me want to go to school anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And let's do the worst scenario example. Let's say it did make you feel how you feel. You never went to school.
Yeah.
And you said, oh, you know, forget school, forget education, in fact. You know what, even forget my friends. I feel so bad about myself. I'm such an ugly cow, whatever it was that you thought at the time. You might not even want to go to education again. You might not even want to work. So you might just go, you know what, I'm just going to go on benefits because all this ain't worth the stress. I could just sit at home on benefits, claim job seeker allowance, look for a job every so often, and live my life that way. Because I ain't going to amount to nothing. Like, that's what the bully from school could make you think as an adult. Like, that's what I'm saying. It becomes a cycle. And then it could take a whole other turn. Like, it could then lead to a whole other cycle where you could go, actually, you know what? This guy's made me feel so crap about myself. I'm going to take it out on Billy. He's even worse than I am. He ain't got no parents. He's an orphan. He's adopted. He's bad at every class he goes into. Fuck it, I'll take it out on him. No one would care. He ain't even got any parents. And then Billy would then start to take a turn himself. You see what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like a massive, like... Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. And then it becomes... Billy moves on to this person, that person. And then it just spreads. Before you know it, it's not just the whole of Norfolk, it's the whole of England, Ireland, however far it spreads. This is what I'm saying, bullying...
Is this pointless, really?
Not just pointless, there's only so much you can do. Like, when I say what makes a person bad, bully is a very excellent example of that. What makes a person a bully comes down to, and then you've got the parents going, oh well, it ain't my fault, I love my son. Jimmy is such an excellent boy, but Jimmy don't show his bad side to his parents. Jimmy only shows the bad side to the other kids that he bullies. And then when the school headmaster goes to Jimmy's parents and says, well, Jimmy, he's been a very naughty boy, he needs a spanking. And then the parents go, oh well, Jimmy's always been excellent at home, always does his homework, always does this and that. You know what? You know what? He plays a lot of Red Dead Redemption too. You know could that be it? And then the headmaster goes, you know what? I think you're onto something. I think it's the modern day games that really affect these. No, it's not. You don't get. I don't disagree when it affects them in a certain way, but it's not the only thing, I think. Like, for instance, I play FIFA. That don't make me want to become a sick footballer, does it?
No, you just want to play because you like it.
And against my friends, yes.
Yeah, and against your friends, yeah.
I mean, I do play, well, last time I actually played football was with my friend last...
Do we do an example? It's like me playing Red Dead, can't even say it.
Red Dead Redemption
Red
2.
Dead 2, yeah, it's like playing like, I want to become a sick cowboy or cowgirl. I'm not like that, because I just want to play it because I like it.
Yeah, but that's different, because with
Yeah.
that you can...
And
you can't really become a cowboy or a
yeah,
cowgirl.
yeah.
But with GTA, that's different. That's a lot different.
Oh, it's a whole another level of that, I think.
Yeah, because with GTA, you can go, well, my gosh, this guy's making bare pee here by just robbing banks and doing all... I might as well do that.
Yeah.
Screw going into school tomorrow.
Mm.
I'm going to arrange to be a drug dealer with my mates. Or if someone don't disagree with me, I'll just shank the bastard, that's it. And on that terrible disappointment, we're moving on to another topic.
Exactly, yeah. So keep
Now,
it going
this
on.
one I'm going to read out to you. So first of all, we're just going to talk about knife crime in general, right?
Yeah.
Now, this year I can't say because this year is only fresh. But actually, on New Year's Day, or Eve/Day,
Yeah.
I think there was a stabbing.
Well, I think I heard there was a stabbing, yeah.
Yeah,
I
some
forgot.
woman got stabbed already.
And that's not even the new year yet, so...
No, I think it was just like coming up to the new year. So, the total knife crime, right? Now I'm going to go from 2011 to last year, basically 2018. Out of 2011 to 2018, I forget what year the Tottenham riots was.
I think it was 2000 and... I don't know.
No, that was year 11. Actually, it might be. I think
Yeah,
year
was it
11.
year 11?
2000.
I was still in my primary school.
I think it was either 2011 or 2012, the Tottenham riots. So you've got 2011 to 2018. What has been the highest amount of knife crime?
In what?
Like,
between that?
for now, to say the year.
Probably about 2000. Between 2011 and 2018.
Yeah, any one of those years.
I think it would have been 2017.
Mm-mm.
No?
And say how many knife crimes were reported, do you think, in the year that you said?
2017.
How many knife crimes? Just on average.
I think on average about probably over 100, I don't know.
Right, so 2011, there was over 30,000 knife crimes, and that's not even that's. I mean, okay, I'm just gonna move on. Then 2012, slightly below that, so it's over 25,000, less than 30,000 knife crimes,
Okay.
and that's not even the worst part. 2000. Now after this, it gets quiet-ish. Now, when I say quiet, it's not even quiet. You've got 2013, 14, and 15. 3 years consistently, yeah?
It's quite
You've got
low.
25,000, which
which is...
on the chart that I'm looking at, it's okay. It's still bad, but it's okay. And then, sorry, 2016, that's when it starts to go on the rise again. So you've got nearly coming up to 30,000. 2017, the second highest, with over 35,000, just coming up to 35,000. 2018, last year, we had over 40,000 knife crime.
I hate to think about how much it's going to be this year. I hate to think.
Well, I know it's more than one, because someone got stabbed just on the new year. Just thinking to yourself now, what do you think the government could do to stop that? Do you think the government are doing anything to stop that?
I feel like they're doing bugger all to stop about it, because any supermarket, anywhere you go in your house, there always will be knives.
Of course.
But
And you can order knives on Amazon.
Yeah, all knives on Amazon
And they
without
don't ask for your
getting
ID or nothing.
anything, which is absolutely stupid. But still, if they even ask for your ID, you just say, yeah, I'm 18, yeah, I'm 18.
Yeah, you just
Even when you're 10
tick
years
it.
old, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, for anyone that watches EastEnders, right, you've got that episode, I don't know how long ago it was, I know it was last year.
It was between Shaquille and Keegan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was to do with Shaquille and Keegan. They both got stabbed, and one of them lived, one of them died.
Oh, yeah.
Shaquille was the one that died.
Yeah, but he was trying to save Keegan, but Keegan just stayed where he was, which was mad.
Yeah, and so with Keegan then, with Shaquille then dying, you then had the mother going, oh, I have to stop knife crime, I have to raise awareness, and then there was this, then they made one episode purely to devote about knife crime. It was loads of people from London giving their stories about, my boy died, my boy this, my boy that.
Was that the beginning or the end? It was the end, wasn't it?
It was throughout the whole episode. Let's say there was 5 minutes worth of actual EastEnders content, and then there'd be a gap, and then someone would talk about their story. Then there'd be like another 5 minutes of content. Then there'd be a gap. Someone talks about their story again. To me personally, I was quite confused because I didn't really know if I was actually watching EastEnders.
Until I listened carefully what the parent was saying, I was just like, oh, okay, I know what's going on.
So listen to this, right? I'm currently on the London.gov website. This is the official website, guys. Now, they're boosting police power. Now, already I know this ain't true. Because
they're cutting police
out. Yeah, exactly. But I'm going to read to you what they actually have advertised on their website. A new violent crime task force of 272 officers, not enough. That's nowhere near enough.
722.
272.
Oh, 200, yeah, two, so yeah.
That's not enough.
Now it's bugger all.
It's been created using additional funding, apparently, even though they're getting cuts, of City Hall announced by the Mayor last February. Last February, well, that didn't go well, did it? This new task force didn't do nothing then.
No, it didn't.
Last year was the worst reported. But I'm going to keep reading it. The 15 million task force will focus solely on knife crime, weapon-enabled crime, and serious criminality. Yeah, that's how you say it.
Criminality, yeah. Some people study criminology, I don't know how.
And in the time that it was made, so far, they've made 1,361 arrests, seized 340 knives, and recovered 258 offensive weapons, so that could just be like a blunt item or something, including 40 firearms. That's guns, that's weapons. Boom, 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 boom. But when it comes to guns, especially in London, there's not that many gun crime.
No, that's really weird. It's always knife, isn't it? But it's like, I mean, I hear hardly anywhere in the UK has quite bad knife crime as is London. I'm trying to think.
So it's just, that will come to us, it's probably America.
America, yeah, because America more like firearms, aren't they?
Yeah, firearms as well, but their knife crime can be quite bad as well. But yeah, they're mostly firearms. They have more gun crime than we have knife. Wait, no. Actually, no, when I last saw it, we had more knife crime than they have gun crime. And that's really bad, that's saying something. And then if we move on, the mayor is apparently protecting the number of frontline police officers on streets by investing £140 million into the Met Police. Now, I'd love to know how they're doing that when they're getting cuts all over the place. Now, one government's telling me, yeah, we're cutting the police because, you know,
we've got no money left or blah, blah,
apparently.
Blah. Yeah.
Or whatever the excuses they're making up to do with the budget or whatever. And then you've got this official website going, oh yeah, we're giving them money, we've got a new task force, we've apparently made 1,361 arrests. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they have done something.
Kind of, I guess.
But I don't think it's enough.
No, definitely not enough.
And then what's this? City Hall is paying greater percentage of the overall police budget in the capital than ever. before up from 80% in 2010. Now it's 23%. Should be more.
Should be more. Way more.
40%. I think it really should become their top priority.
Yeah, it's bringing in more police in now and funding it more. I mean.
Yeah, no, see, this is what I was saying earlier. This is what they're saying.
Violence, yeah.
Knife wounds? Is that wounds?
Knife ones, like long. There could be like you got a normal handle, but they could be long. That's why they're called knife ones.
Oh, shicer. Okay, so you've got that. They're now available for every school in London to help keep young. Oh, it's like a donation box. You put the knives in them.
That's what Shaquille's mum did in EastEnders.
Yeah.
But the thing is, she kept opening it and there was nothing in there. And
until one kid put one knife in.
There, yeah.
And it looked like just an average kitchen knife, right?
Yeah, an average kitchen knife, yeah.
Like, oh wow, you saved one kid from cutting butter. The mayor is working to bring more safer schools officers to help drive down knife crime. Now that I agree with. That is one thing they could do.
Mm-hmm.
At least have 2 minimum police officers, like outside every school to make sure, you ain't using no knives to harm the other children. Now you know when we go to Muswell Hill, you what's it? I don't know the name of this school, and I probably shouldn't name it anyway, but yeah, I know the name. Academy, remember? So you go towards Muswell Hill after Wood Green. You've got that school on the left.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, Academy something. Don't name the name.
Okay.
But every time, especially when the school was just about to finish, I see loads of kids rushing out of that school, and there's at least one van of police officers outside. So is that them making sure it's safe, or them knowing that school is basically crap?
Yeah, I think a bit of both sides, because there could be, obviously, like you said, there's a police van outside. But then mysteriously it could be another van, but it could be like, I know it could be white, black or anything, to make sure no one's like abducting kids or some shit, or, killing them on the side or something.
Because when I went to school, I'm going to name it, why not? When I went to school in Fortescue, now a lot of people go, oh, it's a great school, oh, you're so privileged to go to school, it's so great, oh, you're going to have so much fun. They could have been more on. It was such a terrible, in terms of education, it's okay because you've got another part of the school, like we had a school within the school.
School within the school, yeah.
Sorry, at that school, I forget the name, but that school was just for like, how do I say it? Special needs, but really, really special needs.
Yeah.
Like they had hearing issues, sight issues, speech issues.
Yeah.
They had all sorts of issues, basically.
Talking of speaking issues, my mum was right. I think when I was 4 or 5 years old, she said I wasn't speaking properly. Like I was like proper blurred, and I never thought. I said, did I really have speaking issues? She said, yeah, but why am I speaking normally then? She goes, because you had therapy. You had probably, and then I thought, no, I didn't have nothing wrong with me. I could have went to a special school, but I didn't. And would you like a drink? But there was one. No, when it came to my high school, there would be at least one police van, not van, but a police car outside my high school. But like, who's that for? I'd be confused. I thought. Then I remembered I lived next to dodgy neighbours. I thought, oh yes, for them straight away. And I saw.
Yeah, but. Is this at school or the neighbour's house?
This is at school.
Oh, okay.
And I said, I thought straight away, yeah, I'm going to know who that's for. And I was right. I saw him in the police car, and I went, yeah, I knew it would be you. I gave him the gave him the
was
finger.
That just the one instance, or was
no,
that
several times. They're a troubled family, and he'd always go straight to school.
Gypsies?
They're not gypsies. They act like fucking gypsies. I mean, they've always been a troubled family. Then they'll bring it to school. Then I'd know I would never feel safe unless I was at school with my friends. And then as soon as school was finished, and I thought, Christ, now I'm going to have to walk home on my own. I'm going to see them, I'll make sure I walk slower than usual because I'll walk faster. If no one's in front of me, I'll walk faster home because I know as soon as I'm in that house, I'll be safe. And then I know someone will be home. And when it comes to going to school, I know I always walk with my friend. She's called Hannah as well, but I'm not going to say it. I just kind of find ridiculous the amount of crime that's still out there.
And there's more. It's like if I go on to the stats that I was talking about earlier, not the action plan. What kind of crimes are knives used? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna ask you this. I want to just so you can't see because I wouldn't know this myself.
Okay.
Knife crimes, yeah, on percentage.
Yeah.
Now this is 2017. They're not even including 2018 in this stat.
Okay.
What knife crime? What kind of crimes are knife used for? Attempted murder, threats to kill, assault, robbery, or rape/sexual assault? Which one of them would you say, yeah, that's got the highest percentage for
I
sure?
think most likely murder. I thought
There's no murder, there's
There's
only
no murder?
attempted murder,
No attempted.
threats to kill, assault, robbery, or sexual assault/rape.
I think it would be mostly. Obviously, sexual assault/rape. I think.
No, in fact that's the lowest.
That's the lowest.
That's the lowest. The second lowest.
A robbery.
Robbery is the second highest.
Okay.
The second lowest, I'm going to go from bottom to top. Second lowest is attempted murder.
Okay.
Third, no, okay, so third now, like out of the top three, this is third. Threats to kill. So you know you've got children protecting themselves. Go, yo, I'm going to shoot you, bro, I'm going to shoot you. If you shoot me, I'll shoot you back.
Protection.
Yeah, protection is what they call it. And then you've got robbery with, oh yeah, I didn't tell you the percentage, but there was all like below 10%, the others I said. Now, this is where it takes a massive jump forwards. Robbery is like between 40 to 45%. So like, I can't imagine them going into a bank and holding up a knife. So I'm probably thinking they're going into like an off license and just putting a knife to the cashier sort of thing. And that's between 40 to 45. Then 50% is assault. Now with assault, I think that is probably murder.
Yeah.
Assault/murder, probably. 50%, that's mad. But weapons used in homicides, yeah? Again, tell me which one you think is the most. So shooting, which is obviously gun, yeah? Blunt instrument, hitting, kicking, strangling, or knife/sharp instrument. The most percentage one is knife crime, over 30%. And then the second is strangling, surprisingly, with...
Oh yeah, because that's probably the most effective. It's like if I grab someone quickly, I could just be like, with my arm, proper.
Yeah, but you can fight back.
Yeah, but some people are like weak. They can't be bothered to fight back.
Maybe they want to die, innit? Who knows? North East. Now this is within England, yeah?
Okay.
And Wales. They don't include Scotland. So North East, North West, Yorkshire and the Humber, East Midlands, West Midlands, East of England, that's Norwich, right?
East of England, yeah. East of England, is that way, yeah.
South East, South West, and Wales, and London. Which one has the most gun crime in the year ending of March 2017? This ain't including 2018, by the way. So which one has the most knife crime?
Would I be stupid if I say London, because London's...
No, you're not. London is the most.
London is...
By a country mile. The second highest in London, right?
Yeah.
Had just about between 70 to 80 knife crime. And that was in the West Midlands. Yeah, but you've got the opposite. Opposite to Norwich is Liverpool then.
Yeah, but so Norwich
And Liverpool can be quite a rough area, so I do believe that. And then we've got the lowest. They're tied, 3 lowest. South East, South West, South Wales, between 20 to 40 knife crimes. Not that bad. And all the others are like 30 to 40, not really that big. Jump on to London now. Now, the bar chart has gone over the bar, so that means they don't even know. It's over 140 plus knife crimes in London. Now, obviously, as we saw earlier, there was a lot more than 140.
Have you ever been to like? Of course, you've been to Oxford Street, haven't you, with all those shops? And you see those banners saying hashtag London is open. Now, people have been arguing against that on Twitter.
What do you mean London
like
is open?
hashtag, like the mayor says London is open, everyone is like welcome to come here, but then people like debating against it, arguing, saying
refugees welcome here or something like that.
No. Hashtag is like basically people saying like hashtag like taking the piss out of it, like hashtag London is open to terrorists, homicide people, all sorts of crap. People have been arguing against it, like hashtag London is open. What a load of bollocks! You want more. This is what someone quoted. I've got the names. You obviously want more terrorism, knife crime, shooting crime. Make it a bad reputation, because there's still tourists out there still exploring London, and they don't see that. They see London as a good city. Obviously central wise, yeah, but when you go out into suburbs like here, and like for example, Edmonton, Wood Green, Enfield, them shittest areas. My God.
Boardwalk Farm
Estate. If anyone's from London, you probably know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or somewhere in South London like Brixton. I heard someone got like hurt outside the station. I mean, obviously we've been there recently, but not recently.
Yeah, I went there for an interview once.
Last year.
The Red
Cross. No, the British Heart Foundation.
Yes.
Yes. And I was thinking, as soon as I got out of the station, I thought, what a shithole. I thought, how could people live here? Yeah, because I felt quite uncomfortable. As I stepped out of the station, I thought, I just felt like I wanted to turn around back and go back to Tottenham.
But this is the thing with London. I don't really want to talk about this because it's going to be in another topic for another podcast, but with London, it is very multicultural. You're not going to get
it is multicultural, yeah.
For me, for instance, you're the only. Well, I don't know until you get your DNA results. I haven't done a 23andMe test, but I know you're probably more or less English, and
mostly, yeah.
You're the only English girl I know, apart from one, and everyone else that I'm friends with or I know, they're like not even English. Like you've got some that were born here, but both their parents are like a whole different nationality. Because their parents have travelled from where they used to be to London for greater opportunities.
To work in that.
But speaking of opportunities, it's time for What's the Score? To cheer things up. Because my God, this has been such a not dreadful,
but depressing podcast. But don't worry, our future podcast will lighten up.
No, this is the thing though. With our podcast, this is what it is. This is real opinions, real life, real issues, and this is what I aim for our podcast to be the voice of our generation.
Yeah.
Because I don't see no one talking about stuff like this.
No, never, ever.
But time for What's the Score? Now, do you remember what games there were?
There were...
we predicted 3 games, and based on your reaction, you don't know. So I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
The 3 games that we said was Man United versus Brighton, Arsenal versus Chelsea, Wolves versus Leicester. Now, who do you think won, first of all? Actually, no, I don't want to say. I'm going to go one by one. So
obviously, Arsenal won against Chelsea.
Yeah, which we know.
2-1, yeah.
No, 2-0.
2-0. Oh, sorry, 2-0.
2-0. Clean sheet, my friend.
Sheet.
So, the first one was Man U versus Brighton. You said Man U would win 3-0. So, you was wrong in getting the score, but you was right in saying that they would win. So, you got 1 point.
Okay.
Now, I said they would win 2-1.
Okay.
So I get all 3 points.
They won 2-1?
Yes, they won 2-1.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying it's pretty unpredictable guessing what score is football. But you said it's
I'm the prediction god. You don't understand.
Yeah, but you see one of those football betting apps. I mean, I say if you went on there, you'd get a few, more than a few quid.
Just the people listening and watching, you guys won't believe me, but the World Cup just gone, I said to Hannah here, and she could confirm this, I said, you know what, Now, I know France, they're a very sick team. I actually like the team. They're going to get to the final. I think they're going to win the World Cup, in fact. And because I really love this country, and I go there quite often with my dad, I said, you know what?
Sorry.
And I knew they had quite a decent team as well. I said, you know what? Croatia, I think they could do bits in this World Cup. So I made a bet with just me and Hannah, sort of thing, not like with an actual betting shop. I said, you know what, these two will probably get in the final. And Hannah called me crazy at the time.
Crazy.
And and your two predictions, Brazil, flop. Germany, more of a flop than flop. I had to put that in there.
Oh, God, more than a flop than clop. Definitely. Definitely.
Now we move on, yeah. So I'm winning so far with 3 points. And then there's obviously the Arsenal-Chelsea game, which you just said, they won 2-0. Now you said 2-2.
Yeah, but I was close when I...
No, you weren't. You could have been
2-1.
further. First of all, you got the score wrong.
Yeah, I got scored wrong.
Second of all, you got the results wrong. So 0 points for you on that one.
Which was that one?
Arsenal versus Chelsea.
Arsenal for... Oh, no, I said... What did I say?
2-2.
2-2, but they won 2-1. No,
2-0.
2-0, but okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
So you got... You first of all, you said it was a draw, that's wrong, and you got the scoreline wrong as well. But, yeah, tough luck on that one. I said 3-2, because I thought it was going to be a quite close game. I couldn't be any further from the truth. Arsenal just walked over them like there was a mat. And so I got 1 point for that, because I got the winning team right.
Okay.
Now we move on. Now, I doubt you even know what happened in this game. Wolves versus Leicester. Do you know what that result was?
Oh, what was it?
4-3. 7 goals in that one game for Wolves versus Leicester. 4-3. Who do you think won?
Wolves.
First of all, you said Leicester, by the way.
Yeah, but
You
I
said
think it was
Leicester to
Wolves,
win.
innit? Yeah,
Now, it
That's-
was Wolves that won.
yeah.
So you got the result wrong. You said Leicester would win 2-1. So that again, that's 0 points for you. Me, I said Wolves would win, but I said only 2-1. Because I didn't think they beat Leicester 4-3.
4-3, which was mad.
Like, with a game like that, do you say to yourself, is Wolves' attack that sick? Or is Leicester's defence that poor? Or do you say the other way around? Is Leicester's attack that sick and Wolves' defence that poor? Because both
Yeah.
sides scored so many goals. Which is mad. So I got 1 point because I got the winning team right. So this week, yeah boy, Mr. Tortoise wins 5 points to 1 point. And for next week, for next week's podcast, we're not doing any more prediction. Well, we are, but for next week we're not going to because next week it's FA Cup.
It's FA Cup,
Yeah. So
and next week I'll be...
for next week we'll still be recording. Don't worry.
Still be recording, don't worry, but...
Yeah,
I'll be
it's just
out.
we're not going to do what's the score because it's FA Cup. Well, what I mean to say is that we're not going to do a prediction in this podcast because next week is FA Cup and I don't really want to do it. And plus, we've got a surprise coming in a few podcasts' time. So
We have?
we have, and you know we have. I'll tell you after we finish
Okay.
because I ain't giving nothing away.
I'm so confused.
I ain't giving nothing away. So yeah, that's that. So now we move on to your part of the show. What's happening?
Oh, what's happening? What's happening? I'm gonna
Please
use
do
this.
tell.
What's
And I'm
happening?
pleased to not make it another Brexit.
No,
Please.
but I am going on my phone, which is called Update, which gives you the most top 10 trending. But I'm going to do obviously 3 trending.
Right.
And the first thing that goes on my phone,
Please.
talking of knife crime,
Ah, okay.
unfortunately, man stabbed near Kew Gardens. Now, Kew Gardens, you know where that is?
Near Chelsea, isn't it?
Richmond.
Is it-
Obviously, Richmond is in the west area, west of London. Do you see any knife crime in West London?
No. Oh,
Not
wait.
really, no.
No, not many.
This is Kew Gardens is obviously near Richmond, West London, and
It's supposed to be
a
nice
lovely.
now.
Yeah, Kew Gardens is massive. You've got your massive glass house with exotic tropical plants. Then you've got your outside area where it's nothing like a massive park area. And unfortunately, a man in his 50s got stabbed there. I mean, most unexpectedly, reason to look on my phone and look at that. Hopefully I wasn't going to read that, but that's obviously the first that's not trending, but happened.
At least it's something that relates
something that's
to
related to our
podcast.
podcast, and it happened about 26 minutes ago.
But does it say who killed him, or they don't know yet?
It says here that a witness has said that he was attacked with an enormous knife and has been taken to hospital where he remains in a stable condition.
So he's not dead?
So he's not dead. No, he's just in a critical condition. He's stable.
Okay.
So yeah, they haven't said who did it. Like, obviously I'm thinking like
Kid.
a kid maybe, or a
Because
late
I tell you
teenager.
now, it ain't going to be another
late
man in his
teenager.
50s stabbing another man in his
50s, yeah, like homicide, isn't it? But I mean, obviously we don't know yet who done it. I mean, it could be someone in his 30s or 40s, 20s.
Or teens.
Or teens, you never know. I mean, that happened 26 minutes ago.
Great.
So unfortunately, okay, let's hopefully the second one. Hold on, the second one that's coming up is, well, talking of football, Man City triumph over Huddersfield.
Yeah, they
Obviously,
won,
yeah.
what was it, 2-0? 3-0?
They won 3-0 against obviously Huddersfield, because Huddersfield are
They're like a relegation
they're
battle.
in the relegation battle right now.
Yeah.
They're in the like bottom three. I mean, was it 18, 19, 20?
Yeah, those are the bottom three.
They're the bottom three. So obviously, someone named Danilo Sterling is saying, so yeah, that's one kind of a good result. I mean, obviously,
If you're a Man City fan.
if you're a Man City fan,
If you're a Liverpool fan, you're going to start getting a bit stressed.
yeah, exactly, because they're your
Not exactly your rivals.
not your rivals, but obviously Everton are.
They're your top competitor if you want to win the league.
Obviously, the top most football teams you have to worry about
Yeah.
now. So yeah, this, and then still it says with managerless Huddersfield remaining 10 points from safety. So that I don't know how.
Oh, so they're not in relegation battle?
No, they're still remaining 10 points from safety, so they're still stable where they are.
Wait,
I mean, if
hold
they
on, let me
lose
read
2 more
that.
games, I don't know how. Do you want to go on the actual link?
No, hold on.
Yeah.
With managers remaining... I don't know, I'll look into
Managerless,
it
so
when
yeah,
you talk.
Huddersfield, definitely.
Go to the next.
And number 3, well, talking about our Labour MP, David Lammy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So Labour could split in two, warns Lammy. So split in two, come up, warns Lammy. So obviously with, it says here, Jeremy Corbyn's unwillingness to back a second referendum could lead to a near fatal split in the Labour Party. David Lammy has warned. So he's thinking,
Wait, so
okay.
hold on. Jeremy Corbyn doesn't want to do
He
another...
doesn't know, but I think May does. I don't know that section, but obviously speaking.
But David Lamb is like, no, you're an idiot. We need to do another one. The people clearly don't want Brexit to happen.
No,
is that what you're saying?
no, obviously not. No, Jeremy Corbyn's totally, I think, against that.
Mm.
He's totally against it. And another section, speaking to Skies, someone says Sophie Ridge, the Tottenham MP accused Corbyn of hedging, I don't know what it means, over a second referendum, saying he was moving the goalposts. I mean, obviously someone doesn't want Brexit to happen. I think David Lammy. And that crap. I mean, there's as you know from last podcast episode, I was talking about Brexit and it's come up again, unfortunately.
But at least it's not top trending
this
week.
This is not top trending this week.
But speaking back to the Man City thing,
Yes.
Huddersfield are rock bottom on the Premier League. Now what it meant is they need they're 10 points behind to be at least in safety, which is ridiculous. You've got Fulham in second bottom, and they actually have a game against Spurs. In fact, check the result. What's that now?
What?
The Spurs and Fulham game. They're playing right now as we're recording.
Okay.
Oh my!
Okay, now as we're speaking, it's how many minutes has it been? Doesn't say how many minutes, but Fulham 1-0.
Wait, hold on.
and we think we know why.
Yeah, just Harry Kane as Son.
So yeah, Harry Kane,
No
Son, no more. I mean, Harry Kane's injured, isn't he?
Is that full time? No, that's
No,
half
it's
time.
half time. So obviously
Oh.
Kane, he's injured, isn't he?
Kane's
He's injured?
injured,
He's
and
injured.
Son's
Son.
gone off to fight the war in Asia.
Yeah.
He hasn't. He's gone to play the Asia Cup or
So
whatever.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's obviously.
Feel sorry for my dad. My dad plays the Beatles past what was it? 2-1 he said, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
He still has a chance to get his money back.
Well, definitely, yeah. I mean, oh my god. So, I mean, I found something else in trending on my update, but it's 6 trending. Something about the moon. So
Let's just move on. Like we agreed, only 3
definitely,
topics.
yeah. Only 3 done. There are top 3 news happening today.
No, this is something I wanted to talk about. And this is because a friend of mine asked me, when we last saw him, he didn't ask me this question, but he asked me basically, do we want to go clubbing with him? I don't know when it was, and I don't really want to say anyway. But he asked me, now, I think I am working the next day that he asked, but I don't start till 3, so basically if I wanted to I could, sort of thing. But you're working the next morning, so we wouldn't be able to do it anyway.
No.
But if we could, now here's the question, is clubbing now just for single people? Or should I ask it a different way? What's the reason people go to a club?
To find a girl. Or boy, vice versa.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Boy, girl, depending on what you like, yeah?
Definitely, yeah.
Now, is it not just... So you've got this girl, she's in a relationship. I'm not talking about someone that I know, by the way. I'm just giving you a scenario.
Okay.
This girl's... she's in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She's been with this boy 10 years. They're very much in love.
Okay.
And the boy is working, so the boy can't come. She said, okay, I'm just going to go out with my mates. And the boy says, yeah, that's fine, I don't have any issues with that, just go have fun with your mates.
Yeah.
So, would you then say clubbing is just for single people, or can people in relationships go clubbing as well?
I just found that a bit uncomfortable. If I knew you were going clubbing but with your mates, I'd be like, I'm coming. Because I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, but so was that a lack of trust with you and me? Or
Not a lack of trust. I'd say I wouldn't trust the people who are there.
Yeah, but you should trust me.
Yeah, I trust you, definitely.
To say to the people that are sluts coming up to me to say, no. Sorry, I'm gay. Basically. Once you say you're gay to someone that's coming on to you, they're like, oh, he likes dick, no, I'm not going there.
Yeah, but then a boy will come up to you and go, you like dick?
And
you're
then
like,
I just go, no, I like pussy now. Sorry, what's the one they call? I'm gender fluid, so I'm constantly deciding if I want dick or pussy.
Or sexual confused or something.
No, sexually confused means like you don't know if you like dick or pussy.
Exactly.
Gender fluid, I think, is the one where you could be like, I like dick today, I like pussy today, I don't know, I could be anything I want to be. But that's a whole other topic for a whole other podcast. But then would you say people that are in relationships, do they go clubbing together often? No, yes, no?
I think we once went clubbing together, remember?
Once or twice, I think me and you. No, 3 times.
Really? I can't
or
remember.
4 times.
It was only once.
We do.
Oh yeah.
We've been...
Oh yeah, we've been to the most shittest club in I'm gonna name it Elephant and Castle, yeah?
No, that's the area.
No, Elephant and Castle, yeah, that's not the club. It's called the Sound of Ministry.
Ministry of Sound.
Ministry of Sound. And the amount of middle-aged people go there. Oh my god.
It was like...
And you could tell it wasn't a club for teenagers or late teenagers. Like, I mean, it's something... If my parents were still alive, they would go there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously one of my parents is still alive, but they'll be like, yeah, let's go here.
Or even my dad. In fact, my dad's sort of thing. My dad and his best mate,
Yeah, he would go there.
But my god. So you had like minimum 30s to... No, I'm going to be realistic. Probably 28 minimum to maximum 50 there of age group you had. No one there that was our age for sure.
No, and I'm like, oh, let's go. Well, we've only been there for what, an hour? Like, let's just go.
Maximum two.
2
We were
hours,
there
yeah.
for at least 2, I think, because
2
I was
hours.
like, I want to get my money's worth. And we were talking to some guy there, and he was like, oh yeah, this is a great job, ain't it? Yeah, you need to know the days to come, because on certain days you've got certain events, which is the same for any club that you go to.
Yeah, same for any club, yeah.
But my God, that was so bad. So yeah, we've got Coco, we've got that. I forget the name of the place, but remember we went to some place with my friends in Watford? It was in Watford, weren't it?
It's called Oceana, but it's closed
Yes.
down now. I
It's
think
what?
it's closed down now, Oceana.
Has it?
Yep.
Since when?
I don't know. But it's closed down, I think. And we literally stayed there until they put the lights on, didn't they?
We
We
was
did.
there the whole
We
time.
were there the whole time. I mean,
And we have also been, the final one, to Shaka.
Shaka Zulu, which
Yes.
you said that was the worst one to go to.
Well, if we're comparing those four experiences, the worst one was Ministry of Sound
Yeah,
by
Ministry.
far. But Shaka Zulu, it was okay, but not my sort of scene. And thinking about it now, clubbing itself is not really my sort of scene. Me personally, I have hearing issues, right?
Yeah.
So for loud music especially, it really does damage my ears. And this isn't going to be the fun fact, but if you keep exposing your hearing to loud music constantly, like let's say you go club once every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
even that will mess up your hearing in the long term.
Oh no, well, yeah.
Now, when you get older, your hearing gets bad anyway,
Anyway, yeah.
but it will get even worse if you keep doing that. And so it's not just a loud noise, but when you're clubbing, you're like, you've got no space to like.
And then you're like, unless someone dances like this, unless.
Like I said, no names, but we know someone who like dances like that, like, yo, I'm sick, fam, check me out. I was still like dance moves like that, fam, come on.
No one dances like that.
Well, except for him.
I was just like, what the fuck is he doing?
But yeah, like, clubbing, for me, personally, if I was single, I would go clubbing, like, especially with my friend now, who's just recently single. We would go together because, you know, we're both looking to pull. We're both looking for either just a one night fuck or just a long time relationship. But I'm telling you this now, if you're going clubbing, what's the one thing you're looking for?
A relationship.
Whether you're a woman or a man or other, what's the one thing you're looking for?
Obviously to find someone, like you said, obviously a relationship or go.
No.
No, you're not.
No.
You're not looking for one.
Huh?
You're not looking for one. Are
You're
you?
looking for a one night stand just to
Yeah.
fuck and then go home. That's all you're looking for. Whether it's in the bathroom stalls or in the person's bedroom, that's what you're looking for. I'm telling you now. In a club, do you really think, maybe women, but I'm speaking as a man here, as a man, and I'm probably, you know what, I'm going to choose women because I'm pretty certain. Do you really think a man or a woman go to a club going, you know what, I'm really looking to find my lifelong partner here. I really think I'm going to find the one in Shaka Zulu tonight. Do you really think that?
No.
Or they just looking to have a good time with their friends and maybe a fuck as well while they're at it? Well,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
there's no maybe about it, of course.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think clubbing is just for single people? Or would I ask it in the sense it's just majority for the single people?
Probably majority for single people.
I would say like 90% is just for singles. Like, for sure. And then a slightly more less serious topic now, finally. Do you think kids shows have changed? If so, why?
Oh yeah, definitely. They've changed a lot throughout I'd say throughout, I'm 22 now, so throughout the past 15, 16 years.
Now, you can't really talk because you never really had a childhood.
I did have a childhood, Chris. I know what I watched when I was little.
Did you watch The Kids Next Door?
What the fuck is the kid? Remember,
You see what I mean,
I did not
guys?
have Sky. Unfortunately, my family was poor at the time, so yeah. And that is honestly true.
Did you watch One Piece?
I've never seen One Piece.
Huh?
I've never heard of One Piece back then.
What? Yes, it was just before. One Piece is a very complicated anime to explain, but I'm gonna try. So you've got Naruto, yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since it came out, you had the Japanese, you had the English, yeah. With One Piece, when it first came out, you had 4Kids. Have you heard of them? 4Kids are like an animated company that do English dubs. And
Okay, yeah.
I think they do Pokemon. I don't know if they still do, but they did at one stage, if I'm not mistaken. So you've got them, and then with One Piece, you had the Japanese, which I don't know if it changes or not, but I honestly couldn't care less. I watch anime in English because I'm English spoken.
Yeah.
So you had the Japanese 4Kids. Now 4Kids went down under. Their company flopped more than flop. And yes, I am going to keep saying it every opportunity, I guess. So when that company flopped, the dubs for One Piece stopped for a very long time, and that's why the Japanese is like up to 800 plus episodes, and the English right now as recording is up to like nearly 600. So the English is 200 episodes behind because there's been such a long gap for. Have you heard of Funimation?
Funimation, yeah.
Funimation, after that gap, said, you know what, One Piece is a very good anime. I think we can make something from this. So Funimation then took on the dubs and made it English now. So when you're looking at the dubbed One Piece, that is
It's Funimation.
Funimation. That's the main one that you're watching. Now the whole reason I'm explaining all this is because back, probably when you was a kid, there was Cartoon Network, right? I think there still is.
I heard a cartoon. Yeah, it's still on.
I think it's still a channel, and One Piece was on there. One Piece was the very first anime on Cartoon Network, but it was the 4Kids version, which a lot of people didn't really rate. So that's why I'm saying, like, to the people my age as well, like, they would know that about One Piece. Naruto as well. Ever watched that?
Naruto.
Before you met me?
Probably not.
No, that was another show that a lot of people my age would rate. Dragon Ball? No? Now, you could say you had a childhood, but everyone my age would know the very moment Goku first went Super Saiyan. That was like one of the biggest moments in every person's childhood, myself included. You ever watched Sonic X?
How does Sonic X?
Sonic X. That's the main show back that, like, from our childhood, like Sonic Rise. No. Sonic Underground. No, that's another big one. What ones have you watched?
Or anime wise?
No, not anime. Well, you can include anime for one because it's.
I don't think I watched any.
Going back
I more
as a
likely
kid.
watched practically what was over.
Have you heard of Yu-Gi-Oh at least?
Yeah, I've heard of Yu-Gi-Oh.
But did you ever watch it? So that's another thing you missed
Well, I'm
in
a girl,
childhood.
I'm not a boy, am I?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I watched mostly stuff on Cartoon Network.
Did you watch My Little Pony?
I didn't watch that much. Obviously, at the time, when Sky came out, I mean, it was old. Obviously, we had the old Sky.
Yeah, this
But
is
I
the
watched-
shows I'm saying.
Yeah,
back
mostly
then.
the shows on Cartoon Network. I'm trying to think what else. Boomerang. What else was on Sky? I forgot.
Tsunami. Back in the
I had
day.
Tsunami. So Cartoon
Ever heard of Samurai Jack?
Not Samurai Jack, no.
Oh my god, seriously? You hasn't even heard of that? I didn't watch it, but I know.
I'm gonna mention a really old program. Obviously, Chris is gonna go into straight away.
What?
Straight away. Johnny Bravo.
Ah, that show, man.
When I saw him, I was like, who the fuck's that guy?
You
And then
did.
you're like-
I showed you that, didn't I? Or did you know
did.
it?
No, I think I looked at him and I was like, do I remember him? Do I remember him? I was like, no, I can't remember.
Oh, that's. If we're gonna go into that caliber of show, that show was killing it back in the day. That show was honestly, to me, that was one of my favourites. If you're
Yeah.
going like kids shows, that was one of my favourites. And then for me, a close second would be Courage the Cowardly Dog. You ever heard of that?
I think I heard of it. but
Never
I think I
watched
might
it.
have watched.
There we go, that's another thing you missed in your
Yeah,
childhood.
sorry.
Speaking of dogs, did you ever watch Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Yes, the big red, massive red dog with he had a owner as well. I remember he had an owner,
Yeah, I
a
forget.
little girl.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. I watched Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Oh, you watched one half
I
decent
watched
show.
Very Odd Parents.
Did you?
Yes, I watched every time after my primary school years, or maybe way before primary school years, I watched that after school.
Hmm.
I remember, obviously, I watched a bit of Clifford the Dog, I'm gonna call it.
Spider-Man?
Not Spider-Man.
None of any
SpongeBob.
Spider-Man show, because there's been a lot. But have you watched any of them? Because for me, I might get this wrong, but my favourite one was the animated series. Now I might explain it wrong, but with this one, Stan Lee actually made an appearance in it.
Did he?
And it was like, the animation was old style, like Scooby-Doo sort of style.
I think I might be dreaming of it. Because I remember, I think I dreamt. I think I was awake. No, it was this morning.
Well,
I remember I had literally a 5-second dream. And it was some type of Marvel. But Stanley did appear, but only for like 2 seconds. I forgot which Marvel it was.
but yeah, Spider-Man is what Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I watched Scooby-Doo. The old animated version one.
Yeah, now this is related to the actual question we asked. Has it changed? Scooby-Doo, for example.
I think yes. I think when you watch the old animation to the new animation, it's not the same anymore. Same with Tom and Jerry. I watched Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, but
you know.
now for me, even when I'm watching anime, and I'm going to say this now, the reason I love anime a lot, depending on the anime of course, Dragon Ball is a different subject, but Naruto, yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
The reason I like Naruto is, as you know, is for the story. I really like the story, it's something I can relate to, and it's something that just, if I've had a long day at work where I just want to sit down and chill and really just enjoy TV, that's something I watch, yeah?
Yeah.
Or watched, because the show's over now. But the animation, most of it is good. Naruto's good animation, it's average, yeah? But it's not the animation that I like, it's the story. Now, if we go back to the old Scooby-Doo, they actually had quite good crime stories and mysteries to solve and all sorts of fun, and some funny jokes like, with Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, so I like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but,
hilarious.
and Scrappy-Doo as well, his cousin or something.
But that's not in the actual animation, is
He's
it?
in one of them, he's in a few episodes.
I don't remember. I know he was in the movie, he was in the first movie I watched.
Yeah, but they didn't just make him up for the movie, he was in some of the episodes.
Oh.
But yeah, there's that. But what I'm saying is, I think the storyline has changed as well. Like, they're trying to make it a lot more for kids. Now, when I was a kid, it wasn't really it was a kid's show, but it wasn't really so kid friendly like it is now, because they're so afraid of like affecting the generation sort of thing. I think. Now, with SpongeBob as well. Did you ever watch that?
Yes.
Oh, you watched SpongeBob, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, like SpongeBob back then. To me, I think that's one of the very few kids shows from my day still left.
Yeah,
That's like still good.
Mm.
Like Tom and Jerry, as well. that's still going, but I don't think it's as good as it was.
No.
The animation just makes them look stupid. They look too cartoony. Back in my day, kids, like when I was a kid, it was a lot more realistic looking, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now, in that sense, of course, Tom and Jerry, I'm just saying it as it is, there's no story to it. It's just a cat wanting to kill a mouse.
Yeah, but then there was one of the episodes where I think Tom kind of gave up, and the mouse was like, "You're not chasing anymore." You know, the mouse was confused. Oh, are we just being civil now? You know.
That's what I mean. It was a lot more funny back then as well. Like, I don't watch the current one, but I watched like a few just to see how it was, and I was like, rah. What is this? What is this, huh? It was so bad. That's what I'm saying. It's changed, ain't it?
A lot, yeah.
Like, The Simpsons as well. You can
Simpsons
sort of
are,
say
yeah.
that as well from my kids' days has changed massively. Because I was actually watching the Simpsons episode recently where Homer was trying to get into the door, and he said, "Homer Simpson," and I was like, "Sorry?" He's like, "Homer Simpson." Like when he
he
used,
did the old voice. She's like, "Granted," and I'm like, wow.
because if you see Simpsons from episode 1 to like season 30, whatever it's on.
Season 28 it was.
No, that's what we're currently
We're
on.
currently on. Yeah, it was season 28 it was.
But there's like 30 plus
30 plus
seasons.
now. Yeah.
And if you see the animation, it's changed so much.
Yeah.
And the story is always changing. Let's
Yeah.
have that right. The story is
Exactly.
always changing.
Mm-hmm.
But then, if we're going to animated shows, which one do you think's changed the most? The Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, and before it finished, Futurama.
I think South Park, because remember when their feet was all together and it was like, like this, their feet. Pretend this is their feet, not my hands. And then there was one episode where it went and we're like, oh Christ, it separated. You know,
Yeah,
that is
when I was running, you could see
and
both their
the
legs
feet.
like
Instead of like this.
yeah.
And I
Like
was
they'd be
like
walking like that, sort of thing.
walking like that, and then they were like, ooh, 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 and they were like, oh.
But with South Park, which I gave them credit for,
Mm.
they drew the characters' mouths and fins frame by frame. So one episode took them a very long time, to say the least.
Mm.
So now it doesn't take them as long.
Yeah.
So South Park has changed a lot, but South Park. Now I did watch it as a kid. Now did you?
In high school, I did hear about South Park, but at the time, I wasn't allowed to watch it, so I didn't. I did hear about it, but
because South Park ain't a kids show.
it's not a kid show, no.
So
definitely
kids,
not.
if you're watching this, be sure to watch it
When you're 18,
whenever you like.
maybe 17, maybe I don't know.
But and Family Guy as well. It's changed a lot from when it first aired, but the story is always constantly changing. All of those shows that I said are like Futurama hasn't changed from when it first aired to when it finished. The animation was still the same. The storyline was basically the same in every episode. He always wanted to get Nina. Never really changed. That's what I'm saying. As a child, you didn't really watch many TV shows, like children's shows, did you?
Normally, no. I mean, when I was a toddler, I watched all the basic ones. As I got older, more animation, and then,
You ever watched That's So Raven?
I heard of that. Yeah, I've heard of that, but I never watched it.
You know, that's another kids show back in the day. And there's a new season out as well that they made again.
Huh?
Yeah, it's back again. But yeah, that was something I used to watch. And then they made another one after they finished it called Corey's Big House or something like that.
Corey's Big. I think that rings a bell to me.
Yeah.
Corey's Big.
Like that show was so funny. Like it was about a girl that she could see stuff in the future, like a few days before.
Have you watched programs on CITV? Have you heard of that channel, CITV?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's when obviously we went from having the Sky to Freeview, and it was on there, and the programs were there on. Trying to think. Have you heard of My Parents Are Aliens?
Oh yeah,
That.
I never watched it. I watched like a few episodes, but I got bored.
You got bored of it.
It was
I think
weird.
I got bored. I only watched 2, and I was like, I can't watch this.
Mm.
Then there was another program I watched called Hard Henry.
Oh yeah.
Definitely watched Hard Henry.
Yeah, I watched that when I was bored.
Yeah, you watched that one. And I was watching thinking, why am I watching this? But it's good. It's like thinking, why am I? But it's alright. And then obviously I'll get mode for it. So why are you watching boy programs? I was like, it's not a boy program.
Yeah, no, that show is.
But I
it
don't
is.
care. I watched it because I wanted to. I mean, you know.
But yeah, that's all we've got to say. So we're coming up now to the fun facts. Oh yeah, I don't know because I forgot it's up to you today.
It's up to me now. Now
Next
with
week
this,
will be me.
okay. Now with this possible fun fact, it's something to do, but in this episode, I'm not sure we have the facilities.
Well, you can ask the audience to do it.
Well, yes, I'm going to ask the audience to do it. Feel free to do it in your spare time. I've looked everywhere on Google, obviously not right possible fun facts, but this is my interesting fun fact which got me thinking a lot because I have problems with myself when I'm cooking.
Okay.
Alright? Right, chewing gum while you cut an onion will help you keep from crying.
Really? Oh wait, no, what
So,
is that true, or is that like, is this true or
Is
it not
this true? It's a possible, like, basically you chew normal chewing gum.
Right.
I'm not sure, whatever. Then obviously while you're chewing it, you're preparing your dinner. Obviously when you're not chewing gum and you cut an onion, with me, you know how bad I am. I literally look like, I look like a Picasso in the rain, like proper Niagara Falls. But you guys out there, I'd like you to try chewing gum. Obviously when you're preparing dinner, onions, just cut the onions while chewing gum. If it stops you from crying, brilliant. We should all do
let
it.
us know in the comments below.
Yep, and please let us know in the below the comments. And I will hopefully try it for myself when I'm preparing next time some onions.
Yeah, we've
So, yeah.
any time between this podcast and the next podcast, if we have done it, we'll let you know if it works. But
yeah,
you guys let us know as well in the comments if it works. Then yeah, cool. That's a cool fun fact. And that's it. We're coming to the end of this podcast. It felt like a very long one. I have no idea how long it is. That's why I edit it. But I'm going to tell you guys, links in the description for our email if you want to send us topics, advice if you want any advice from us. Our email is netstalkforreal@gmail.com. Oh wait, no, sorry. netstalkforrealpodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
It's a very long one, but it's the only available one it has.
And also we've got an Instagram account.
Yeah.
It's called what?
Let's
Let's
talk
underscore
for no.
Let's talk for underscore for
Yeah,
the
but it will be in
rest.
the description.
And,
I'm still trying to remember this.
Also, I'm in charge of that account, but there's already one post on there, obviously from the last episode.
Yeah, just.
But I'll be also posting, hopefully today, of what's happened in this podcast. So yeah.
And so we've got Instagram. I'm currently working on a Facebook page as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it in time to put it in the link, but in the description, sorry. But I'll for sure next week it should be ready, even though I've got like a busy week ahead. But yeah, I'll find the time. So Instagram, Facebook, my Podbean as well will be in the description. Yeah. That's where everything practically starts from.
And YouTube.
Spotify as well.
Spotify.
We've been approved not to be on Spotify.
Good. How many downloads have we got on Podbean?
On Podbean, when I last checked, it was 6.
We've got 6 downloads. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
not
bad,
bad, huh?
Yeah, not good.
Not bad. And what else do we have? I think that's everything, isn't it? Oh, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, we're on YouTube.
Yes, we're on YouTube as well.
So don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, and share the video around. Share the love, share the opinions, get involved, guys. And we will see you guys in the next podcast.